Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Luna's unexpected letter to Bill. Find out what her fake daughter has to say. The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Bill Spencer will receive an unexpected delivery when a letter arrives from imprisoned Luna Nozawa. Bill will undoubtedly be caught off guard. Bill will be able to open up to Katie Logan about this letter and its contents in the November 8th episode. Bill will reflect on some tough memories as a result of what Luna discloses. According to the B&B leaks, Luna's letter will be quite sincere. Luna may send this letter to Bill to apologize now that she has had some time to contemplate while behind bars. Luna tricked Bill into believing she was his daughter before shifting gears when the DNA test results were revealed to be fraudulent. Bill struggled to understand Luna's actions after she began planting kisses and attempting to make him her man. Of course, Luna did more than just falsify the paternity test results and play with Bill's mind. Luna also eliminated Tom Starr and Paul Hollister before blaming Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, for her actions. Luna then placed Steffy Forrester in a cage, and if John Finnegan hadn't interfered, she would have met a dreadful fate during the building's demolition. Luna will now reportedly apologize for all of the upheaval she has caused, particularly for Bill. Despite the controversy, Luna genuinely cared about Bill and liked how he looked out for her. Luna appears to be apologetic in her letter, telling Bill that if she could turn back the clock, she would do things differently. Luna may reassure Bill that he is still the best man she has ever known, and probably always will be. Bill will unload his complex emotions during his next chat with Katie, so she will sympathize. Katie will try hard to provide Bill all the assistance he requires as he attempts to move on from that difficult time in his life. According to the Bold and the Beautiful, additional Luna-related surprises may still be on the way, so stay tuned for more stunning news and speculations about the character's future. Steffy is concerned about Luna's transfer to a psychiatric facility. Is this a step toward freedom? The Bold and the Beautiful report that Steffy Forrester has had a lot on her plate at Forrester Creations lately, so she's been able to keep her mind off the turbulence of the past for the most part. B&B fans will remember how Steffy got in the way of Luna Nozawa's ambitious intentions and ended up trapped in a cage. Steffy nearly died because Luna intended to just hold her captive when the apartment building was demolished. The good news is that John Finnegan arrived in time to save Steffy from a terrible end. The bad news is that the threat may not be gone permanently. There's been some chatter on screen about Luna perhaps receiving the assistance she requires. Luna confessed and was placed in a jail cell, but could she eventually be moved to a psychiatric clinic for actual rehabilitation and release? We should highlight that Luna will write a poignant letter to Bill Spencer, which will undoubtedly leave him with conflicting emotions. Despite all of the trouble she has caused, Bill will always have a soft spot for Luna, but he will never want her to harm others. Luna will return in the November 8th episode, along with Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, who will update her daughter on something vital. It appears that Poppy will have some information that may benefit Luna in some way. What if Poppy found Luna a new lawyer who is convinced that he or she can get Luna transferred to a psychiatric facility that is much nicer to reside in? Of course, this could provide an opportunity for Luna to be rehabilitated and finally released. Luna's doctors may decide that she is no longer a threat to society in the future and release her, despite her terrifying previous atrocities. We can't forget that Luna is to fault for Tom Starr's, Clint Howard, and Paul Hollister's, Hollis W. Chambers' unfortunate fates, so should she really be released back into the streets? If Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, can be released and start over, there is hope for Luna as well. That does not imply Steffy will approve the concept if Luna is given the opportunity to be free, and she may worry if she learns it is possible. Our B&B predictions indicate that this may not be Luna's final appearance, so stay tuned to discover what the future holds for this troubled heroine. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Luna may eventually become a free woman. Poppy's intel, Luna's letter, Zend rage, and Carter retaliate. The Bold and the Beautiful is finally here. Penelope Poppy Nozawa is set to pay Luna Nozawa a visit in jail next week. Luna will also send a letter to Bill Spencer, prompting him to reflect. Zend Forrester Dominguez confronts Steffy Forrester Finnegan. Carter Walton also devises a plan to shake up the company's power dynamics. Continue reading to find out what's coming up on the CBS soap opera. Brooke Logan's discoveries on The Bold and the Beautiful. B&B has revealed that tensions will flare at Forrester Creations. Ridge Forrester and Steffi will need to conduct some damage control after firing Hope Logan. In Monday's episode, Brooke Logan discovers Ridge's duplicity. B&B. Carter is expected to be furious at Hope's firing and Eric Forrester's rejection of his proposition. It is suggested that Carter will devise a strategy to disrupt the power dynamics at work. Could this have unintended repercussions, however? The Bold and the Beautiful, Passion and Commitment. The Bold and the Beautiful reveals that Steffi and John Finnegan embrace romance and passion. Meanwhile, Carter and Hope have sizzling chemistry as they share love confessions and surrender to passion. As for Bridge, there will be a serious fight. Brooke and Ridge face the terrible reality of their love. Brooke wishes to remain faithful to Hope, but Ridge supports Steffi. Will their romance withstand Steffi and Hope's war? B&B. On Thursday, November 7th, Electra Forrester and Will Spencer will meet again. In a preview clip, Will is curious about the Electra Forrester narrative. Meanwhile, Eric tries to step in for Hope. However, Steffi refuses to accept any compromise. Steffi also tells Eric how much she despises Hope. Zend Forrester Dominguez's intel on The Bold and the Beautiful. On Friday, November 8th, Zend confronts Steffi about Hope's termination. It is implied that Zend will inform Steffi about the far-reaching effects of her conduct. Also, Bill receives a letter from Luna. Bill focuses about the Luna problem with the help of Katie Logan, Heather Tom. In addition, Poppy pays a visit to Luna, who remains in prison. Poppy will ultimately share valuable information. Luna Nozawa is back on the scene. The Bold and the Beautiful promises a mother-daughter conflict and defense. The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna Nozawa's side of the story? We haven't seen much of Dollar Bill Spencer since his romance with Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, ended and Katie Logan rejected him once more, but that narrative is returning. Katie meets with Bill to discuss everything that has happened in the last few months. Katie still can't believe Bill got involved in that situation with Poppy and Luna Nozawa. Poppy ultimately meets with Luna to discuss why she became a serial killer. Poppy is distraught, and Luna is the same cold and calculating young woman who confined Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, in a cage and attempted to kill her while poisoning others. Read more of The Bold and the Beautiful. Hope just made the worst mistake of her life. Poppy is still unsure where she went wrong with Luna. She attempted to be the greatest single mom she could be, never realizing that her darling kid was anything but pure and perfect. She may have a lot in common with Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Will Spencer, Bill and Katie's son, is eager to learn everything there is to know about Electra Forrester. Has there been a new Spencer Playboy born? Los Angeles Best keep an eye out. B&B Brooke Logan is outraged. Brooke is shocked when she discovers that Steffi fired Hope Logan, shut off her line, and had Hope hauled out of the building. She confronts Ridge Forrester. How could he support Steffi and enable her to do that to her daughter? Ridge explains that Hope was wearing lingerie and had come onto Finnegan. Brooke assures Ridge that this is not what actually happened. However, she does not provide any further explanation. After all, Hope had sworn her to silence. Hope may be upset, but she no longer wants her private life made public. Besides, it appears that Hope and Carter Walton may venture off on their own. Is a rival fashion house ready to emerge? In a highly anticipated episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill Spencer is taken aback by an unexpected letter from Luna Nozawa, the woman who previously claimed to be his daughter. The episode, scheduled to premiere on November 8th, promises to go into Bill's emotional reaction to Luna's letter, a very intimate gesture from a former con artist turned imprisoned criminal. Luna's shocking previous actions, pretending to be Bill's daughter, seeking to deceive him, and committing serious crimes against Steffi Forrester and others, have left an indelible mark. Her letter, on the other hand, appears to express remorse, providing a nuanced picture of a woman grappling with her shame and past decisions. Luna's letter, albeit unexpected, hits Bill with a surge of conflicting emotions. Luna uses the letter to apologize for the anguish she put on him and the upheaval she caused in his life as she reflects on her time in prison. In previous episodes, Luna misled Bill into believing he was her biological father, sending him down a confusing emotional path. Her alleged paternity was later found to be false, a heartbreaking discovery that left Bill reeling from betrayal. Luna's motivations were ambiguous during this turbulent time. She flirted with Bill and tried to sexually involve him, perplexing him even more as he tried to make sense of the daughter he'd never met. This phony familial tie and her subsequent deception were one of the most emotionally charged chapters of Bill's life, leaving him open to revisiting some of those memories when he reads her apologies. The letter also delves into Luna's thoughts on her dark decisions, such as her role in the deaths of Tom Starr and Paul Hollis Hollister, crimes for which she eventually framed her own mother, Poppy Nozawa. The gravity of these actions, combined with her eventual choice to confine Steffi Forrester in a cage with the goal of leaving her to die, changed Luna from a mysterious to a dangerous character. Though her letter expresses regret, the weight of her actions remains heavy in the minds of those she harmed. Bill's relationship with Luna, strained by her deceptions, is not completely destroyed by her letter. Her remarks strike a chord with Bill, but as Katie Logan, his previous partner, gives a sympathetic ear, he faces the lingering pain and anguish Luna left behind. Katie's presence provides Bill with much-needed pillars of support. She encourages him to examine the emotions triggered by Luna's letter, allowing him to confront his own vulnerability and compassion. Despite Luna's betrayal and criminal deeds, Bill still has a shred of compassion for her. Katie, understanding his pain, listens while he reopens old scars and wrestles with his thoughts. Her assistance is crucial, not only because she knows Bill so well, but also because she has first-hand knowledge of his ability to love and forgive. During their chat, Bill begins to reconcile his unresolved feelings, allowing him to begin moving forward, however slowly, from the scars of his daughter's deceit. Meanwhile, as the story progresses, viewers discover that Luna's story may not be complete. Though Luna is imprisoned, there is talk that she could be transferred to a psychiatric clinic for therapy rather than serving her time in a typical jail. The thought of Luna seeking rehabilitation raises anxiety among people she has wronged, particularly Steffi Forrester, who narrowly avoided Luna's wicked designs. Steffi's ordeal in the cage and near-death encounter have left her disturbed, and the thought that Luna may have a chance at escape or better conditions is troubling. If Luna is sent to a psychiatric facility, it may open the door for her to regain her freedom in the future, which concerns Steffi and those who are still plagued by her crimes. Luna's mother, Poppy Nozawa, plays an important role in this intricate tale. Poppy is caught up in a web of sorrow, bewilderment, and self-blame as she struggles to come to terms with her daughter's plunge into criminality. She considers her choices as a mother, wondering how her once-adored daughter could develop into someone capable of horrific crimes. Poppy's shame and sadness are apparent, and her visit to Luna in prison brings these feelings to the surface. Despite her daughter's deeds, Poppy maintains a link with Luna, albeit her devotion is strained as she questions the morality of assisting her daughter in any way. For Bill, Luna's letter completes the puzzle of their convoluted history. Regardless of her actions, Luna clearly treasured the relationship she hoped to form with him. She emphasizes in the letter that, despite her manipulation, she admired him and, in a strange way, cared about him. This confession marks a bittersweet end to their stormy relationship, providing Bill with a feeling of closure, albeit with lingering grief for what could have been. This episode also hints at fresh issues at Forrester Creations. Zend Forrester Dominguez is furious by recent occurrences and confronts Steffi Forrester over Hope Logan's termination. Steffi's decision to terminate Hope and the resulting consequences highlight the family's internal tensions. Zen's encounter with Steffi highlights the emotional and professional stakes at Forrester Creations, as loyalty is tested and goals conflict. In parallel, Carter Walton is troubled by the power dynamics and devises a plan to shake things up within the firm. Brooke Logan's reaction to her daughter Hope's firing adds fuel to the flames. Outraged and feeling betrayed, she confronts Steffi's father, Ridge Forrester, about his apparent preference for Steffi over Hope. Ridge is split between his daughter's authority at Forrester Creations and his affections for Brooke, who must choose between supporting her daughter and keeping her connection with him. Brooke and Ridge's conflict over their separate daughters develops, adding a new dimension of drama to the series. Meanwhile, Carter Walton and Hope Logan pursue a burgeoning romance, adding to the tangled web of love and desire. Hope is heartbroken and disillusioned following her departure from Forrester Creations, but she finds consolation in Carter, who understands her situation. Their burgeoning chemistry and connection allow both of them to imagine a future free of the corrosive politics at Forrester Creations. Their romance marks a potential new beginning for Hope, one that might result in the development of a competing fashion house, offering a huge challenge to Forrester Creations. Finally, as the drama progresses, the interaction between Electra Forrester and young Will Spencer foreshadows the next generation of characters who will carry on the show's heritage. Will's interest in Electra and the conflict at Forrester Creations may presage his future role as a prominent character, implying a developing plot in which he will come into his own. Will's concerns about his family's history suggest that the Spencer legacy is far from done, paving the way for a new chapter with its own twists and turns. In the November 8th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna's letter serves as a trigger for emotional reckoning, not only for Bill but also for everyone else affected by her actions. This episode reminds viewers that in the world of B&B, relationships are complex, and even the most genuine apologies cannot heal the scars left behind. Luna's probable path to redemption or release raises questions about justice and forgiveness, particularly among those who believe her actions were too serious to ignore. As the lives of the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers intersect in love, treachery, and ambition, The Bold and the Beautiful promises more compelling episodes full of drama, grief, and intensity. Luna's unexpected letter to Bill has reopened wounds and complicated emotions that will ripple across the lives of those in Los Angeles. In the November 8th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna's attempts at reconciliation and accountability do not go unnoticed, but whether they bring peace or more turmoil remains to be seen. Bill, navigating the complex terrain of forgiving Luna or keeping his guard up, faces a reckoning with his own empathy and sense of justice. The letter reveals Luna's softer, vulnerable side, something rarely seen in her, especially after her manipulative ploys and violent actions. Yet Bill's lingering compassion for her, encouraged by Katie, represents his own struggle between moving on and understanding the troubled woman who, despite her deception, looked to him as a paternal figure. His and Katie's conversation highlights his desire to find closure, but also his natural inclination to help those he once cared about. Meanwhile, Luna's potential transfer to a psychiatric facility sparks outrage and concern among her past victims, especially Steffi Forrester, who fears that Luna's eventual release could bring more danger to her and her loved ones. Steffi's trauma from being locked in a cage and nearly killed by Luna's schemes is fresh, and any chance of Luna regaining freedom is deeply unsettling for her. Steffi's panic and resistance to Luna's potential rehabilitation reflect the scars left by Luna's actions, as well as her determination to protect her family at all costs. As Luna's story unfolds, her mother, Poppy Nozawa, also wrestles with overwhelming guilt and confusion. Poppy's visit to Luna in jail is a confrontation with her own past and failures, as she tries to reconcile how her beloved daughter turned into a serial manipulator and killer. Poppy's heartache offers a window into the parental pain of realizing one's child is capable of horrific actions. Despite Luna's betrayal, Poppy remains connected to her daughter, grappling with the limits of maternal love and loyalty in the face of undeniable truth. Meanwhile, Forrester Creations becomes a battlefield of emotions and ambitions. Steffi's decision to fire Hope Logan sparks intense backlash, with Zen Forrester Dominguez confronting her on the far-reaching implications of her actions. Steffi's insistence on running the company as she sees fit alienates her from family members who feel she's overstepped, emphasizing the ever-present tension between loyalty to family and corporate interests. In addition, Carter Walton's discontent with the power structure at Forrester Creations leads him to devise a bold plan to shake things up, likely stirring more corporate drama in the episodes to come. Brooke Logan's reaction to Hope's dismissal adds to the explosive atmosphere at Forrester Creations. Furious and feeling betrayed, Brooke confronts Ridge, unable to fathom his support for Steffi's harsh treatment of Hope. Ridge, caught between his love for Brooke and loyalty to his daughter Steffi, finds himself on shaky ground. Brooke's loyalty to her daughter intensifies the conflict, placing additional strain on her already fragile relationship with Ridge. The rift between Brooke and Ridge showcases the family's deeply rooted divisions and foreshadows the challenges that lie ahead for their relationship. As all this unfolds, the budding romance between Carter and Hope offers a glimmer of light amidst the corporate tension. The chemistry between Carter and Hope brings comfort and stability to both, hinting at the potential for a fresh start away from Forrester Creations' toxic environment. Their connection represents a possible new chapter, one that could see them founding a rival fashion house and further destabilizing the power dynamics within the Forrester family. On a different note, Will Spencer's interactions with Electra Forrester introduce a storyline focused on the younger generation. Will's curiosity about his family legacy and the intrigue surrounding Electra signals the development of a new storyline, positioning him as a future central figure. The Spencer legacy, with its layers of drama and ambition, looks set to evolve as Will steps into the family's world, promising fresh conflicts and alliances that will shape the series' future.